So we have a cheater in his find out season. We have a cheater in his find out season because he's messy. Here he is down here. I'm going to make this bigger in just a moment, but this was going viral on Threads yesterday. And then some people took it to the wives' inbox. So I was like, I'm not gonna report on that yesterday when it was going viral. I'm like, I'm going to report on it the next day just to make sure that we keep the heat on cheaters. Okay, here's the content creator, Chuchia. She starts it off. Her caption is, I have no desire for a relationship when there's literally married men trying to be in my DMs like, Lord Jesus, please fix it. All right, so she's talking about this particular married man in her DMs. All right, so here's Chuchia talking to this man in his DMs. So she's like, but quite honestly, there's no point in telling me all this if you're not looking for anything serious. And to that, Ravel Green on Facebook says, I don't know what I'm looking for yet. So if you're controlling or overbearing, I am not the one for you. Maybe meaning I am not the one for you, regardless of what I'm looking for. And to that, the woman says, I'm not, but I'm also not going to waste time. I'm not really looking to mess around with anyone. And to that, Revel says, ma'am, have you learned me yet? Have you learned me yet? And obviously you still don't know men yet. We are trying to get to know each other. And instead of actually doing that, you come off negatively. I have my stuff together and I won't beg or persuade any female to choose me when I know I'm a prize. Ravel knows that he's the prize. She says, okay, princess, good luck with that. He says, it's king, but I appreciate that. Good luck with your endeavors. She starts cracking up. He says, what's funny? She posts a picture of him and his woman. Watch this next slide. Look at the page right now as it is, and you're going to have to tell me what you see differently on the next slide. You see the same name is still up there, Ravel Green. You still see her words. It says LOL, okay, princess, and the laugh emojis. But now, all of a sudden, contact deleted a message, a contact deleted a message, contact deleted a message. And now at the very bottom, this person is unavailable on Messenger. He blocked her. So she shows a picture of him. How are you going to be a cheater and on the same profile have a picture of your woman on there? That is messy, 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 Mr. Green. I don't know if she knew that he had a woman when she first started communicating with him, but then for her to say literally married men, as in plural, are jumping in her DMs, that is wild to me because so many people try to press single women into getting married and talking about how alone they're going to be when you have married men like this that are literally leaving their wives alone so they can go out and pursue the women that they really want, or they can pursue the women that they want because they have women at home that are taking care of the home life. And Chuchia pinned this comment from Nappy Black Art saying, not a man saying that's why good men, single men look at you and say no. Like this was a good or single man. This very married man hopped into this woman's DMs trying to pursue something outside the confines of that marriage. He effed up. He opened himself up to having a tarnished career and or marriage because of his own shenanigans. Hold his butt accountable instead of expecting some random woman with whom he has no ties to save him, because there are people in this woman's comments mad at her for exposing him. I'm gonna get to those people in just a moment. Nappy Black Art says, I'm very much team snitch. Blast that butt across whatever platform they dare to try you on. Maybe they'll stop trying to lure people into their BS if they have a healthier fear of their spot being blown the F up. That's not misery. That's called being tired of an MF trying you and of people having the gall to expect you to protect that MF piece. F them. And so I said down here at the bottom, I'm on Team Snitch as well. And this post will be on TikTok and YouTube tonight or tomorrow. Now we have this woman, Char with the locks. She's very much on, why y'all putting this man on blast type of BS. in and throughout these comments. So she says, y'all women are not going to learn until you end up hurt or even unalived from doing stuff like this to people. She's like, the women are doing the things to people, not the cheating men. And so to that, Liberated Intro is like, wanting women to be silent about ain't stuff ninjas is right on par for Black male-centered women. And then this person's like, and then lots of people started digging into Char with the locks. And then Beyond Average says, crazy. 1, that's a Facebook friend of mine. 2, I would never go out of my way to post on social media this type of messiness. 3, if I cared that much to tell his wife, then I would have kindly did it in private, not boasted for the world. You're hurting her more than him. 4, if you notice he was in a relationship, why are you responding? Is it for social media clout? So these types of women want to keep everything hush hush. Men are able to thrive and be able to do all of this cheating because you have women that are perfectly fine or, push women into silence. They want silence. And this is how these men are able to operate. And then Char with the lock says, it's for clout. It's for clout, most definitely. Like, what good is coming from this? The thing is, I believe that cheaters need to have some kind of healthy fear of getting caught. Otherwise, they're going to keep on doing it. But since they have no fear of getting caught, they're going to keep on jumping in women's inboxes. And I believe that people should post the inbox messages. That is what I believe. So then we have another woman that's male identified and thinks that men need to be, shielded from the consequences of their action. Ada Savage says 100%. She wanted some thread attention, can't get it on her own. So she breaks down somebody else. Okay. So she's blaming the breakdown of their relationship on the woman, not the man. And then she says that woman is single and miserable. But do you really believe that a wife who's getting cheated on is happy? I would say that wife is the one that is miserable. And then this is my homie, a trucking nurse. She reposted it to her page, which has a substantial following. So she's doing her job. And here's a trucking nurse again, said, I love that y'all messy butt is sharing it on Facebook. So people took all of this and took it on over to Facebook as well. And then History Through a Black Lens says he's locked his profile down. I love that for him. And then a trucking nurse says, I updated it with his unsent messages. So he really thought that he was going to scrub those messages as if that woman didn't take screenshots. Y'all, you have got to be quick with taking screenshots. Before the cheater locked down his Facebook page, a trucking nurse had gone over to his page and grabbed a screenshot of where he worked. He works in surgical oncology. Hey, Brit Brat says, damn, y'all are not for the weak. And Here Lives Hope says, at all, sis, you hear me? And then a trucking nurse says, I messaged his wife. I do need to go and follow up to see if the wife messaged back. Let me go ahead and go do that. So Tam Jam, this is a new post, but down here at the bottom, official Ty Ali, he pops up in that other thread. So Tam Jam says, a neckbeard says, I'm washed up because I'm 35 and not married. Meanwhile, he's been married for 11 years and arguing online about how it's in men's nature to cheat. They think putting up with this is better than being single. And Tam Jam shows a screenshot of their conversation. Tam Jam says, publicly condoning cheating while being married for 11 years is low-key diabolical. Does she see what you say? And to that, official Ty Ali says, it's what men's do. I kept it honest. You don't have a husband. You're 35 and washed up. You don't know how to keep a relationship together. Me and my wife do. So he's saying it's cheating. It's what men do. Because official Ty Ali was in the comments section talking to women, talking about, so men will be men. Stop looking for stuff to dissuade you. So don't let this dissuade you from getting in relationships with men, because this is what they do. And then Naked Black Poet says, what exactly does that mean when men will be men? Men of means have historically valued multiple women. It's who a man comes home to and builds with that matters. Women ruin happy homes trying to make biological men live up to modern feminist, everybody is equal standards. So basically, men in the comment section are standing on business. We gonna cheat. This is what men do. All right, y'all. Were you here for this messiness? I got cut off. Go ahead and join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Let me know what you believe about cheating and the men who stay on code and the pick me women who basically say, why y'all blasting folks? Let me know what you think. I have a book that I wrote a couple of years ago. It's called Ashy Men Will Make You Fat, a Petty Self-Help Guide. It's not about getting to a particular size or a particular weight. It's not about that. The title is just to grab you. This book encompasses many of the things that I talk about on my page on a day-to-day basis. It's talking about mental health, physical health, emotional health, and how getting with the wrong man can jack you up. So this is the book cover, and I'm going to give you just a snippet of the book at the beginning of the book, just so you can see a little bit about the things that I touch on in this book. Before we go forward, I want to remind us all that health is a combination of physical, mental, emotional, and financial wellness. So as we consider strategies for improving health, each of these categories have to be examined thoroughly. It is highly suggested that you go back and re-examine your values. What are the most important things to you? This should help you focus your energy, time, and resources, because we ain't Beyonce who can just outsource her time and energy to assistants. We have to plan and prepare to give of our time, energy, and efforts. So that is just a little bit about how I talk in this book. I speak just like we are speaking on these videos. I am talking to you straight. This is some of the things that you would have hoped that someone would talk to you when you were younger, just to put life into a bigger focus. Let's talk about health and wellness on a wider scale and how your relationships play a part in that. So join the conversation. You can find my book at bourbonbougieshop.com, and it comes with a journal. No, I'm sorry. It comes with the journal if you buy a journal, but there is a journal that accompanies the book. Let me know if you're interested, bourbonbougieshop.com.